Hello guys, Mr. DanTheMan2050 here, welcome to another video, and in today's video guys, we're going to be bringing you the £800 gaming PC build. We're kind of going up in the £100 increments, and yeah, we've got to 800. This build is going to be really nice. We're going to be grabbing the Intel Core i5 3570K, so we're going to be getting a K SKU of a processor so you can overclock it to shit literally, and then we're going to be getting a GTX 770. 770s are really powerful, and you could expect to play any game literally. So to get started guys with the CPU, we're going to be grabbing for £167 the Intel Core i5. This is the 3570K, so you can overclock, the multipliers unlocked and everything. This is a 3.4 GHz processor running on the socket LG1155. It's an Ivy Bridge processor, and it actually turbos to 3.8 GHz. It really does turbo itself, you know, nearly by half a gigahertz, which is really good. But for that price guys, you really cannot get better. Now for the for the motherboard, we're going to be grabbing the Gigabyte B75M D3H. This is an Intel B75 chipset motherboard. It's a Micro-ATX board. It's, you know, for the price, this board is just amazing, because if I just scroll down here, let's just scroll down all the way down here, you get 2 USB 3s, 4 USB 2s. Now, as well as them, you also get up here, you get 1 USB 3 header and 2 USB 2 headers. You know what I mean? You just get so much options. Now, for the actual memory speed, it supports 1066, 1333, and also 1600. It does support a maximum of 32 gigabytes. And yeah, this motherboard's quite nice. It actually has 6 gigabit ports as well, you know, for your SATA, for your SSD and stuff. So it's quite quality nice. So that's £50, that's quite good. Now for the RAM guys, we're going to be getting 8 gigabytes of Mushkin Enhanced Blackline Frostbyte RAM. This runs at 1600 megahertz, and yeah, the cast latency on this is 9. Now, because this is kind of more expensive build, you know, you kind of want higher kind of frequencies of RAM. Now, I know it doesn't really matter in gaming, and I've seen many videos on YouTube which people have been like, oh yeah, no point in getting RAM faster than 1333, because to be honest, there isn't, to be honest. But if you're going to be doing stuff like editing, you'll kind of enjoy the 1600 megahertz. But for £66, sorry, you're going to be quite impressed with this RAM. So I personally have a Mushkin SSD, and that's solid. I mean, it's literally solid. It's a really good SSD. Now, for the graphic card guys, for £246, we're going to be grabbing the Zotac GTX 770. This is a 2 gigabyte card. But yeah, with this site you actually get a free copy of Assassin's Creed 4. Now the actual core clock on this is 1059, and then the boost clock is 1111. Now in terms of the CUDA cores, you get 1536, and then in terms of the actual connectors, you get 2 DVIs, 1 HDMI and 1 DisplayPort if you guys like to use that. Max resolution is 2560 by 1600, and this supports up to 3-way SLI. Now then, onto the storage. So for this build guys, we're going to be grabbing an SSD, it only seems right. So yeah, we're going to be grabbing the 250 gigabyte Samsung 840 EVO. This is a 135 pound SSD, and the speeds on this are quite good actually, because you get 540 read and 520 write. In terms of the random read, you get 97,000 IOPS, and in terms of the random write, you get 66,000 IOPS. Now, Samsung make all their SSDs kind of in-house. A lot of SSD manufacturers, like, I don't know, but most manufacturers make their SSDs using, you know, parts from different companies. You know, so they might use an outhouse kind of controller, or an outhouse kind of you know, flash chips. But Samsung make all their stuff in-house, so you're going to expect a really rock solid and reliable SSD from Samsung. Now for the power supply, we're going to be choosing the Corsair CS650M. So this is an 80 plus gold rated power supply. It's really efficient, and it's modular, meaning you only plug in the cables you need, and since the cables are actually flat backed, you can get some really nice clean builds with this. And in terms of your cables looking really messy in your case, it's really slim. We're just going to say that. So £71 for 650 watt modular. Power supply is quite nice, and now 650 watts is enough for 770. However, if you guys want to go higher, you can, but a 770 with all the rest of the components in this build, seriously, it will only draw about 400. A lot of people really think that builds are going to really suck up juice. The recommended kind of minimum on some sites is really messed up. A lot of people on the internet have run tests themselves with the actual counters that measure how much electricity in terms of watts is being pulled from the wall, and it's quite surprising. It surprised quite a lot of people, especially myself. Now for the case, guys, we're going to be grabbing a Corsair Graphite Series 230T. This is a compact mid windowed tower gaming case. This one has two blue LED fans on the front. It also has one on the back as well. A good thing with this case is that because it's £66, it has actually won a few awards for being just great at the actual price. Corsair make good stuff. They make good kind of like water, closed loop water solutions to make good cases. They make some really good stuff, Corsair. But just scroll down, you've got USB 3 on the front. You've got toolless, installation of stuff like SSDs and hard drives. And it says here, look, you got up to 6 fan mounts for optimal cooling potential. That's one of the reasons I kind of picked this case. And yeah, this case looks nice, to be honest. It really does. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this £800 gaming PC build featuring the GTX 770 and Intel Core i5 3570K. Now, yeah, let me know what you think of this build. If you would change anything, or if you're going to kind of get the parts that I've kind of mentioned this build, let me know. I'd be quite interested to know that. But yeah, that's the video over, guys. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, and also subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.